Here's my dad.
Hey, Carolyn.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm going outside.
Okay.
I'll be quiet.
Okay. Hello everyone, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and happy 2023. Oh my goodness, we have the first video of the new year, and it is my Christmas book haul. I am so excited. I got some wonderful books for Christmas from my family, and I'm so excited to show them to you. I also got a few books in my P.O. box, and I bought myself a few books because you can be your own Santa, is what I always think. And oh my gosh, I can't believe that it's 2023. It's actually not. I'm filming this on December 30th, Friday, December 30th of 2022, but when I upload this, it's going to be 2023, so Happy New Year! I hope you have an amazing 2023 ahead of you. I can't believe that a whole year has gone by. I'm very excited for 2023. I have a lot of exciting things happening this year, and I am just over the moon about 2023, so it's gonna be great. And anyway, we're gonna kick it off with the first video of 2023 as my Christmas book haul. You can't go wrong with a book haul. I'm so grateful for everything that I received for Christmas, and I love that the people that I love to give me books for Christmas and for holidays, so I'm excited to show them to you. The first thing that I want to show you is actually not a book. It is a journal that I received in my P.O. box, and it is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. I'm really frustrated at myself because I didn't keep the packaging that it came in with the wonderful person's name on it, but there is a note from the person that made this journal, which is incredible. So if you made this and sent it to me, please tell me in a comment so I can thank you properly. I am so angry at myself that I did not keep the packaging with your name on it. The note said, and I hope you don't mind that I read it. Hello Carolyn, I'm a new subscriber and I really enjoy all of your videos. I recently saw you open a very large box of books and you mentioned that you love green with gold. This gift is something I created and have been looking for a good home for her. I hope you like it. You guys will not believe how gorgeous this journal is, or this book is. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So it is this gorgeous handmade journal, and it has a bunch of stunning details in it, and the pages are so beautiful. It comes with postcards and pieces of paper, and look at those tassels. Look, it has little cards that you can pull out. I don't want to do anything to it because I want it to stay beautiful and perfect forever, but I am so honored, that sounded weird, honored to have received this and for you to make its home mine. So thank you so much, and the fact that you handmade this just is baffling, and you are incredibly talented, so thank you so much for this. I adore it. And if you hear any pitter-patter, that's Willow playing with her toys on the hardwood floor. There she goes. Thank you so much. Please let me know your name in a comment so that I can properly thank you. Then the next book I received with a note from Phoebe, and she gifted me Shakespeare's Othello in the beautiful Pan Macmillan edition. You guys know I love these so much. I have a whole video on all of the ones that I own, my whole collection of Pan Macmillans, and they are just gorgeous. Willow! She's playing with the vacuum. Leave it alone, it's okay. Okay, I had to put the vacuum away, otherwise Willow is going to keep barking at it. Anyway, so I was so excited when I saw this because I love these editions so much, and I love Shakespeare. I don't have Othello in this edition. I don't know if I even have any copy of Othello. I really don't think so. If I had one, it would be in the Folger Shakespeare edition. I think I read it in my big collection of Shakespeare's plays. So very excited to add this to my collection. Phoebe, thank you so much. You know me very well because I adore these editions, and I can't wait to add it to my collection. So thank you so much. The next two books were very kindly gifted to me, again in my P.O. box from a subscriber named Hope. So Hope, thank you so much. They are Alice Oseman's Loveless in this amazing ARC copy. I have it in the UK paperback, but I love, this is the cover that Alice actually did herself, and I love this design. I love her artwork. So this is Alice Oseman's most recent novel, and I don't know too much about it, but on the back it says, a funny, honest, messy, completely relatable story of a girl who realizes love can be found in many ways that don't involve romance. So I'm really excited to read another Alice Oseman. I think in 2023 I have decided I'm going to read I Was Born for This, and then I'm going to read Loveless, and then I'm going to be caught up in all of Alice Oseman's works, which is just so crazy. And then the next book that Hope sent me is A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson, and this she sent me. She said, I know how much you love walking, with an exclamation point. I do love walking. I am a huge fan of walking. I just love walking in nature, and I really discovered that passion in 2020 when we were in lockdown and all you could really do is go on walks, and that was just the thing that really cleared my mind and was such a nice release for me. And so whenever I feel a little overwhelmed or stressed, or especially because I work from home, I love being able to just step outside, enjoy the fresh air, and I can really clear my head, and it's just a really therapeutic activity for me. I love walking. And so this is A Walk in the Woods. So it says, back in America after 20 years in Britain, Bill Bryson decides to reacquaint himself with his native country by walking the 2,100-mile Appalachian Trail. Oh wow, which stretches from Georgia to Maine. I really love nature nonfiction. I don't read a ton of nonfiction. The nonfiction I do read is mainly nature related, or if it's someone's biography, if I'm interested in the person, or autobiography, depending on who it is. And I do like some, would self-help be the right term? I don't know. I'm a bit picky with my nonfiction, but a nonfiction category that I always gravitate towards is nature. So very excited about this. Hope you know me very well. And it just warms my heart and really kind of solidifies the fact that we're all friends, because you guys know what books that I would love. I just love that, and I'm incredibly grateful. And like I said in my best books or favorite books of 2022, you guys are an absolute favorite of 2022 and every year, and I just love you all very much, and your gifts to me mean the world, so thank you. They are incredibly appreciated. So those are the things that I got in my P.O. box recently, and then I will get on to the books that my parents gifted me. The first one is so beautiful, and that is the cloth-bound version of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Again, if you watched my best books of 2022, you know that this was my favorite classic nonfiction that I read in 2022, and whenever I have a favorite classic that comes in a cloth-bound, I always want to get it in a cloth-bound as a trophy book for reading and loving that classic, and Meditations was one of those, and it's also a smaller version of the cloth bounds because it's the philosophy collection, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So very, very excited to add this to my collection. So thank you, Mom and Dad. And then the next book that they gifted me was Twelveth Night by William Shakespeare. Now, you guys know, now that it has been announced, that Emma and I are hosting our new rebranded book club, A Game of Tomes, and this is the play that we are going to be reading in November, Twelfth Night, and then we're going to be comparing it to Yevgeny Onegin by Alexander Pushkin in December. And I didn't have a copy of Twelfth Night, so I put it on my wish list, and Santa, aka my parents, got it for me, so I'm very excited. This is the Folgers edition. I just looked over, and Willow is standing like she's staring at me, but her eyes are closed, so she's like this. You sleepy? She's doing the slow blink. I know you're tired. Why don't you go lay down? She doesn't want to listen. I don't know. She'll just stand there sleeping. And then the next book that my parents got me is A Mouse Called Mika by Matt Haig, also illustrated by Chris Mould. If you guys know, which if you've watched my recent videos, I talk about how much I love Matt Haig's Christmas series, and this is the next book, and I think the only book, no, I think there's another book about the Tooth Pixie that I don't have, but every year my parents get me another book in the installment of Matt Haig's Christmas series, and I love them so much. We have quite the variety. We have Shakespeare, we have nonfiction, we have meditations, we have YA, Alice Oseman, and now we have a middle grade about a mouse holding a hunk of cheese. We love variety here. Anyway, so I love Matt Haig's Christmas series. This is the next book in the series that I don't have, and this is about Mika, who is the best friend, the best animal friend to Nicholas in A Boy Called Christmas, which is the first book in the series. And I love Mika's story and his friendship and journey with Nicholas in A Boy Called Christmas, so I'm excited to see what adventures Mika goes on in this book. Again, we love variety. We love reading kids' books. We love reading books for kids. We love reading books for adults. We love reading books for any age. Who is we in this situation? Me, myself, and I. And then the last book that my parents got me is huge, and I'm so excited about it. It is the next book in the Harry Potter series, but the illustrated edition. This is illustrated by Jim Kay, who is one of my favorite illustrators, but it also says for the first time with Neil Packer. I'm so excited to have the next book in the illustrated edition. I have been collecting all of these every year that they have come out, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. Again, Jim Kay is such a talented illustrator. I look up to him so much, and his work, especially for the Harry Potter series, is absolutely incredible. Obviously, Order of the Phoenix is the biggest book in the Harry Potter series, so the fact that it's fully illustrated, it's very heavy, if you cannot tell from my struggling to hold it up. I don't want to spoil the illustrations if you don't want to see them, but we'll just do a quick little flip through. So like I said, incredibly excited to add this to my growing Harry Potter Illustrated Edition collection, and yes, love it. So beautiful, so beautifully done. Now we are on to some books that I recently bought myself. The first book is by Maggie O'Farrell, and that is her first children's picture book, and this is also illustrated by Daniela Jaglenka Terrazini. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I did watch a bunch of interviews about creating this book with Maggie O'Farrell and Daniela, but again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. So if you guys don't know, I am an illustrator and I am pursuing a career in children's illustration currently, and I love it, and I'm so happy and excited, and it's what I've always wanted to do ever since I was little, and I love discovering new children's books. And what I love as well is I've always wanted to be a writer for all ages, whether it's for children, middle grade, adults. I would love to write for all ages at some point in my life, and Maggie O'Farrell is known for her, I believe I Am is nonfiction, and then she has also written Hamnet, and that is fiction based on Shakespeare, and also now this is her first children's book. So what I love to see is that she writes in a variety of different genres for different age groups, and this is a beautiful, beautiful story about a snow angel and the creation of a snow angel, and how that snow angel possibly comes to life and acts as a guardian angel for our main character. And it's a bit longer than a typical picture book, which I really love. Normally picture books are 32 pages long. This one is a bit longer than that, and it is again beautifully, beautifully illustrated. The illustrator Daniela uses pencil and watercolor, and I love pencil and watercolor. That is my go-to medium of choice, and these illustrations are just absolutely breathtaking. I'll show you one of my favorites. I can even read you maybe the first page of the book because it's just gorgeous. Look at, oh, is that not one of the most beautiful illustrations you have ever seen? Oh my gosh. She's so talented, and it's also just so inspiring, and it's a beautiful, beautiful story. So let me read you the first page because I love it, and it's just so wonderful. Have you ever woken suddenly in the middle of the night without knowing why? Once, and not too long ago, this happened to a girl. Her eyes sprang open without warning, and she looked around her. The walls of her room were pulsing with a strange glimmering light. The curtains were moving ever so slightly, as if something or someone had recently passed through them. And was it the girl's imagination, or was the room colder than normal? Could that be a line of frost along the mantelpiece across the bookshelf? Then the girl, whose name was Sylvie, saw something that made the blood freeze in her veins, made her heart leap like a fish in her chest. There could be no mistake. Someone was tiptoeing across the floor. And that is the first page of Where Snow Angels Go. It is a stunning children's picture book, but also one of my favorite kinds of children's books, and almost all children's books, they are perfect for any age. I always say this whenever I talk about children's literature, but anyone of any age can really get so much out of this story, and it's also just absolutely gorgeous. Who wouldn't want a beautiful book on their shelves? And I also love the silver foil and how you can see the snow angel right there. It's just a beautifully designed book. I love it so much, clearly. Then on December 26th and 27th, Barnes & Noble, out of nowhere, without telling anybody, because it was supposed to be a secret and like a pop-up kind of thing, Barnes & Noble had a 50% off all hardcovers sale. And I freaked out because that would include Penguin clothbounds. Yes. Penguin clothbounds. So my cousin actually told me about it, my cousin Michelle, so thank you, Michelle, for telling me about it. I think my cousin Michelle got like five or seven copies of different Penguin clothbounds. I'm not sure which ones she got, but then I decided to go to Barnes & Noble to pick up some for myself, so I picked up 2 clothbounds and another hardback book, and I can't wait to show them to you. Okay, are you ready to laugh at me? Because, did I need this book? No, absolutely not. Do I need another copy of this book? No, absolutely not. Do I already have about 7 or 8 or 9 copies of this book? Yes. Can you guess what book it is? If you said Anna Karenina, you are correct. I already have a clothbound edition of Anna Karenina, but then they changed the colors of the clothbound and the design. I don't know, like the waxy design. They changed it. So the one that I have is like a gray tone of the cloth and a lighter pinky purple of the waxy design, the spyglasses. And then they made it this beautiful maroon and warm pink. And I needed it. I saw it months ago, and it was full price, and I did not want to pay full price for a clothbound that I already own. I already have about 1 billion different copies of Anna Karenina, so I was trying to be good. And then they were having the 50% off sale, and I thought, these never go on sale. Just buy it. So I did, and I'm very happy with my purchase. Anyway, we're just going to forget the fact that I already have so many copies of this book, and that I already have another clothbound edition of it, okay? Okay. Great. Glad we're on the same page. And then the next clothbound I got, I have been wanting this one for a while. Now, as you guys know, which I just said, I usually get clothbounds in books that I have read and loved. But I have a feeling that I'm going to love this book, and I have a few other editions of Jane Austen books in the clothbound that I haven't read, like Sense and Sensibility. And anyway, it's Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. We are going to be reading this as well in September, and then in October we are going to be reading Wuthering Heights for the Game of Tomes book club. So I saw this beautiful clothbound edition. It was 50% off. I thought it was just calling my name, and even if I don't love it, I just want to have all of Jane Austen's books in clothbound. Even if it's not an all-time favorite, I just love having her books in clothbound. So I think it was worth every penny. And it was 50% off, so you really can't go wrong in my humble bookish opinion. So these are the 2 newest additions to my clothbound collection, and they actually go quite well together. They're so beautiful. Corley Vickert Smith has a hold on my wallet, and I have no problem. I have no problem with that. She can take all of my money. And then the last book that I have to show you guys, and the last book that I bought myself with the 50% off hardback sale at Barnes & Noble, is another Alice Oseman book, and this is Nick and Charlie. So this is a novella. It's a Heartstopper novella, but Nick and Charlie are originally from Solitaire, which is Alice's first novel. And I think my favorite part about this edition is that the front cover, we have Nick and Charlie in the sun, in the sunlight. It's daytime, and Nick is sleeping, and Charlie is actually reading another book by Alice Oseman, and that is the US edition of I Was Born for This. And then on the back of it, It is nighttime, and Nick is awake now watching a movie on their laptop, and Charlie is the one that's sleeping, and they're cuddling, and it is just the cutest thing. So it's the same image, but daytime and then nighttime. Ah, God, I love them so much. This is also illustrated partially by Alice Oseman, of course, and I can never get enough. I can never get enough of Nick and Charlie. That is the last book that I bought myself when I went to Barnes & Noble. So these are the 3 books that I got for myself at Barnes & Noble for the 50% off sale. Okay, so those are all the books that I got for Christmas of 2022. I am, again, just so grateful. I feel a little funny whenever I film birthday hauls or holiday hauls. I don't know, I hope you guys know how grateful I am, especially when you guys send me things. Just know that I am so appreciative of everything that I receive, and I feel incredibly lucky, and I love that I get to share these new books with you guys. Who doesn't love a book haul? So I hope that you enjoyed seeing what books I got for Christmas, and I'm so excited for the reading year in 2023. I have so many reading plans. I can't wait for the Game of Tomes book club. I am so excited for that, and just there are going to be many wonderful things happening in 2023. And I'm just really excited for everything. So I hope you have a fantastic new year and that you look forward to seeing more videos from me in the new year. I am planning out a bunch of videos for the future, and I'm just getting really, really excited. The other day I was thinking about how I used to end my videos when I was first starting my channel. I would always say, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to join my little family, please feel free to subscribe. And what's so amazing is that my little family is not very little anymore, and the fact that it is growing and growing and growing, just, oh my gosh, it means the absolute world to me. So if you would like to be part of the little Carolyn Marie Reads family, I would love to have you here, and I am sending you my very best wishes. So Merry late Christmas and Happy New Year, and I look forward to what 2023 has in store. All the books, all the adventures. I'm very excited, and I hope you are too. So, like I say in all of my videos, which has never changed since the beginning, happy reading.